game like that, it can sometimes be tough to find the words. There was so much strange activity throughout the course of the game. How do you kind of boil it all down at this point?
Obviously you don't get the start you're looking for. Turnover to start the game, and then next thing you know, it's in the back of your net, and then penalties started coming fast and furious. Anytime you have to kill 4 or 5 on 3s and a 4 on 3, it's not a recipe for success, and unfortunately we were able to capitalize on those. But certainly been in the American League a long time as a head coach, and I've never seen that many 5 on 3s, warranted or not. It was a very interesting officiated game.
Yeah, it was a tough night overall. You end up switching goaltenders twice. Was that a spark move, or was that because of the way those goals were going in?
A little bit of both. I didn't like the first and third goal on Mando. Obviously the back end tap in for the second goal, which was offside, by the way. Certainly wasn't his fault, but you need your goaltender to make saves on the road early in the game, and I didn't like the first and third goal. So I thought a momentum swing, at 3-0 early, maybe you're still in the hockey game, right? We've seen 3-0 goal games evaporate before, for and against us. So, and I thought Sogart was excellent the rest of the period, and unfortunately the penalties kept coming in the second, those 5 on 3s, and I had to get the kid out of there because at the end of the day he was waving up pucks as well.
You have to learn how to win on the road and on these long trips, but do you chalk any of this up to the travel and the fact that we're at the end of a 6-day trip?
I don't think it had anything to do with travel. Just young, experienced, and we had a number of PTOs, right? So we don't have that, those the Shaws and the Agazinos and the Leslies of the world this year to kind of compensate and help those young kids along, and it sometimes gets a little bit frustrating. But all you can do is turn the page, grow as a team, and and lessons learned. Like I thought, really, Greg, after he took in ownership in himself with that big hit in the corner, I thought that's the best hockey he's played for us since he came back from injury. So, you got to look at the small positives over the course of the game. I was glad to see Crookshank bury one. He leaves with a goal and assist. Did it mean anything overall to the score of the game? Absolutely not. But, those guys are a big part of our core and need to be productive for us to be successful.
What does the week look like now? You get a little bit of time off, the guys can rest and recharge, and then you've got a couple of tough matchups with Lehigh Valley and Toronto next weekend. Yeah,
for us, tomorrow's a travel day, and Monday's going to be another day off. We only have 9 games in November, so a lot of practice time, a lot of individual video. We'll start individual meetings next week. We really haven't had a chance because of the fast-paced October that we're really not accustomed to. So we'll dial it in and get back to the drawing board. It's 3-4-1 going into November. Quite frankly, as a head coach, I've had worse October records, so I'm not too worried about it right at this stage. Now, again, injuries are playing a huge toll on us as well. We lost Robbie Arventi here, and he's going to be out probably a significant amount of time as well. So those are the type of things we got to find a way to work to compensate for, to try and get the roster at full strength.
And I was going to ask about Roby. What's the initial, diagnosis on him? And I assume we'll find out more when we get back to Belleville.
Yeah, we'll know more. I mean, the doctor here in Rockford's looked at it, and he tweaked his knee there in the corner, just the way that he hit it. And I don't got an exact time frame, but it's certainly not going to be a day-to-day situation. And we'll just know more Monday and Tuesday once we get back and have our doctors in Belleville look at him. But he'll miss some significant time.